What's up, you guys? This is Music with Mitch. My name is Mitch, and this is my channel about music. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton and lets me know what kind of content you guys are enjoying from me. I think with your guys' feedback and after thinking about it some more, I'm going to stick with doing Zappa Day Saturdays, at least for a while, rather than the stream Saturdays. I just think it would be more beneficial for the people who can actually, or who can't always catch the live stream, to be able to catch the videos when they have the time, and it gives me more time to prepare the stream and set it up just how I want it when everything is ready. So that is some news. In the last video, it was Poke Around Tuesday, and we reacted to Terrapin Station, which was phenomenal. I mean, it was incredible. So good. So if you guys didn't hear that song or check out the reaction, make sure to go check that out. In this video, it is now Wild Wednesday, and we're going to be doing something a little different. Mondays and Wednesdays are kind of my days to do content that is still music related, but not reaction based. But they can still be reaction based. It's just kind of a random day. But I thought it would be cool to do at the end of every month to do a record haul video where I show you guys the records that I picked up throughout the month. I get my records from a shop in town called The Collective Vintage Emporium, and I also get a lot of them on Whatnot, the live auction app. So I will be showing you guys the records that I picked up today throughout August and talking a little bit about them. Not talking too much about them. We're gonna move through them a little quick, but I'm gonna talk about my favorite song off the album and give the overall album my personal rating, the same that I do with the songs and stuff like that. So I feel like this is going to be a fun video. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, so first but not least, this is in no order, by the way. I didn't put this in order from when I got them throughout the month or by rating. I pulled them all out and put them in a stack, and I'm pulling them as I go. But this is number one, and this is an incredible way to start. This is Days of Future Past by the Moody Blues, which is an incredible album. My favorite track off this album would have to be Nights in White Satin. It's a 7-minute, almost an 8-minute long song, but it is one of the best composed songs of all time, in my opinion. It belongs up there with bands like Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. I mean, it's a beautiful song, and I absolutely love it. The overall album itself, that song, it gets a rating of a 10 out of 10, but the overall album itself gets an 8 out of 10. It has very, very moody sounds, which I love. It's overall just a great album. If you guys get the time, definitely go check it out. All right, for number 2, we got Jim Croce's I Got a Name. Another stellar album. He gives kind of a folk rock, peppy folk sound. Very, very good at storytelling. My favorite track off of this album would definitely be I Got a Name, which is the title track, but I just absolutely love it. I would rate that song a 9 out of 10. I would rate the whole album overall an 8 out of 10. Another one, if you guys like folk and that kind of sound, more upbeat folk, you guys would definitely like Jim Croce, so give him a listen. Up next for number 3, this is somebody that I had just recently discovered, and then I was on Whatnot and ran into this record and was like, yeah, gotta grab it. But I absolutely love him. I found him because of Joe Cocker, actually, but then I checked out his solo stuff and absolutely loved it, especially this whole album. This is Leon Russell and the Shelter People. This is his second album in his solo career, I believe. Yeah, my favorite song on this record would have to be Stranger in a Strange Land. I love the piano on it. I love his voice on it. It's just a haunting melody, and I really do love it. I would give that song a 10 out of 10, and I would give this record a 9 out of 10. I think it's very, very good, and if you haven't heard of Leon Russell or checked him out, you guys definitely should. This album especially is extremely good. All right, up next, number 4, we have something that I think you guys are going to like because of what we've been reacting to lately. But I got this because of what we've been reacting to lately. This is Frank Zappa and his record Overnight Sensation. This has tracks like Camarillo Brillo, I'm the Slime, Dirty Love, Zombie Wolf, Montana. A lot of tracks that I haven't gotten to yet, but the very first song that we did check out on this channel by Frank Zappa was Camarillo Brillo, and I loved it, so I found it fitting to get this, and I'm definitely going to be checking it out after I've checked out a couple more songs by Frank Zappa. So I have not actually checked out this whole album because I'm waiting to react to more songs on the channel before checking it out, but I thought you guys would think that's cool. But yeah, the only one I've heard on here is Camarillo Brillo, which I've already given a rating for and a whole reaction to, but I thought that was cool pickup. Up next, number 5, we have another Frank Zappa. This is an album that we haven't checked out any songs from, but I picked it up and I did give it a listen because nobody has recommended any of the songs off of this record, and I enjoyed it. It seemed more satire, which, I mean, what Frank Zappa song isn't satire, really? But this is Frank Zappa's Chic Your Booty. Yeah, overall, I mean, the composition on this record was phenomenal. I would have to give it a 9 out of 10. My favorite track would definitely have had to have been, I really liked City of Tiny Lights and Bobby Brown. Those were my 2 favorite songs. I'd give both of those a 10 out of 10. But yeah, a couple Frank Zappa records for the collection, you know, not bad. Thought it was cool pickups. All right, number 6. I'm going to start off by saying this is one that I actually have not played yet. This one came in the mail yesterday, and I haven't had a chance to check it out. I also haven't heard any of the songs, but it was on Whatnot. I got it on Whatnot in a bundle, and you'll see a couple of the other albums. Oh, goodness gracious. So sorry. I didn't realize I was blurry. There we go. Don't know how long I was blurry for, so I apologize about that. But I got this in a bundle on Whatnot. The dude was selling them in bundles because the records aren't in like super good condition, but they're still player's copies. I mean, I can play them. They'll sound great. They'll be fine. But I will show you the other albums, the other records I got in a bundle with it. I got 2 other records, and I got 3 records for $3. And it's crazy because of the records they are, but this is one of them. This is number 6 in our list. This is Jimi Hendrix Crash Landing. It is a compilation record with a bunch of lesser known songs that he did, maybe even covers. I'm not entirely sure, but I am very excited to check this out. I thought it was cool that he threw that in a bundle, and I got a Jimi Hendrix record for $1 pretty much. All right, this one is number 7, and this one was a pretty cool one that I thought was cool anyway. I love this band, and this is the first album I got by this band, so I thought it was pretty cool. This is The Guess Who with their record American Woman. Fantastic record. My favorite record, or my favorite track on the record, was definitely No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature. I just thought it was beautiful. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. That song gets 10 out of 10 for me, and this album gets an 8 out of 10 for me. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I love this band so much. Very cool pickup. Alrighty, number 8, Don't Hate. This is America with their self-titled debut album. Very, very good album. Very good record. My favorite song on the record was A Horse with No Name, which I know other people are going to have their own opinions, but it's a classic song to me, and I just love it. I love it so much. It brings folk rock to a new light in so many ways for me, and I just love the sound of that track. So that track gets an 11 out of 10, and this album gets a 9 out of 10. It's incredible, and I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, I forgot which one was the third record. I thought it was still coming up, and I would be smart enough to remember by then that Frank Zappa's Overnight Sensation was actually one of the ones that I got in that $3 bundle. So I got that one, the Jimi Hendrix, and then I got, which this is one of my absolute favorite pickups that I got during this month. I am a huge fan of The Doors, and I got Strange Days in a bundle with Frank Zappa and Jimi Hendrix all three records for $3 total, and it plays perfect. This album is a 10 out of 10 for me. My favorite song on the album is People Are Strange. It's probably a tie actually between People Are Strange and Moonlight Drive. I think both of them are just so poetic and calm and pretty. But there's a lot of blues tones in this song or in this album, and it's just an overall great album. If you guys haven't checked out Strange Days, go do so, which I'm sure you guys already have, but it is a fantastic record. All right, I don't know if this is number 8 or 9, but this is Crosby, Stills, and Nash with their self-titled album after Neil Young left. And this is absolutely fantastic. This album is incredible. So many good songs on it. The record gets a 9.5 out of 10. My favorite song is Helplessly Hoping. I absolutely love it. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It is very, very good with a classic cover too. Classic cover. All right, for anyone who watches my shorts as well as my videos, you guys have already seen this one, but this one is very cool and it added to my Bad Company collection. This is Bad Company's Desolation Angels, which is another fantastic record. This came out in 1979. So it's nearing the 80s. They're experimenting with those kind of early 80s sounds, late 70s sounds. Gosh, yeah. My favorite song on it was probably Rock and Roll Fantasy, but a close second was Evil Wind. I really do love Evil Wind. Rhythm Machine is another really good one. Bad Company just has a lot of good records, a lot of good songs. This album gets a 9 out of 10 from me, and my favorite track, Rock and Roll Fantasy, gets a 9 out of 10. It would get a 10 out of 10, but I feel like there are other Bad Company songs that just really top that one for me, so it wouldn't be fair to put them in the same category. All right, the next two we've got. So this is number 10 or 11, something like that. A really cool one, though, that I was able to pick up, and this is one that I added to another collection I've begun growing, and that is my Blue Oyster Cult collection, and this is their second album, Tyranny and Mutation. I'm still on the hunt for their debut album, their self-titled album, that has so many good songs on it. But so does this, like songs like The Black and the Red, OD'd on Life Itself, Mistress of the Salmon. I mean, there's just a bunch of good tracks on this album. My favorite being The Red and the Black. I would give that song probably like a strong 9 out of 10. And I would give this album an 8 out of 10. All right, and then another one that just showed up yesterday, but added to the collection, or actually it showed up today. Well, by the time you guys see this video, it'll be yesterday. So a lot of the other records showed up a couple days ago and throughout the month, and then this one showed up yesterday by the time you guys are seeing this. But this is Blue Oyster Cult, The Revolution by Night. You can see the cover's a little scuffed and torn up here, but I got it for $2. So I'm not mad about it. The record came a little dirty, a little dusty, but I cleaned it up and it plays perfectly fine. My favorite, hold on, let's look at the back art real quick though. Really cool. But my favorite track on this album was definitely Dragon Lady. I just absolutely loved the vocals on it. I love the guitar. I just loved the song in general. It gets an 11 out of 10 for me, and this record gets a 9 out of 10. Truly incredible. And then last but not least, this one I was able to pick up about a week ago at this point at my local record shop in town, and it is the cheapest I have ever seen this record go for, and it is literally just because of the ring wear on the cover, and it has some Sharpie writing on the cover that you guys will see, but it really doesn't bother me at all because the record plays perfect. But Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, I was able to get this on a steal. Not going to tell you guys how much, but I got this for a steal, and it was the cheapest I've ever seen this record go for, clearly because the cover is not in, great condition, but that album is a perfect one to end on because that is an album that is definitely a 10 out of 10 album, probably an 11 out of 10, honestly. I think it's one of the most perfect and well-composed albums that there ever was, and I think a lot of people around the world agree with that sentiment. So, but to each their own. An incredible album though, 11 out of 10. My favorite song on there is definitely Time, either Time or Breathe. I love both those tracks so much. But let me know in the comments what your guys' favorite record was from the haul, and let me know if you guys have more suggestions for videos like this that you guys would like to see, or if you guys would like to see more record hauls every month. I'm probably going to do them anyway just because I like doing them. I think they're fun, and they're a fun new way to interact with you guys and share my ever-growing record collection and love for physical media. So it'll probably become a regular thing monthly at the end of each month. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good Wild Wednesday, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.